So what different types of functions do you already know? Let's think about some of them. Well, we've already seen in this course linear functions, which are things of the form y equals mx plus c. Previous to this, and given the title of this skill, hopefully you already know a little bit about quadratic functions, which are y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Maybe you've heard about cubic functions, which is where we have a cubic cube term, or even quartic functions, or maybe even quintic, which is when you get a power of 5. These are all examples of what are called polynomials, and we will be looking at polynomials as a whole family of types of functions. Some other types of functions you might know about, you might have heard about exponentials. Exponential functions are when the power is the variable, so something like 2 to the power of x. You might have heard of reciprocal functions. That's things like y equals 2 over x. You might have heard about the trig functions, the trigonometric functions, which are things like y equals sine of x or cos of x or tan of x. You might have heard of, or you might have seen what we call radical functions. You might not have heard that name, but radical functions are things like where there's a square root, so the square root of x, or some more complicated function inside there. And there are lots of other types of functions that you might have come across. Now we'll be seeing all of these ones at some point over the next few skills, and a couple more. Maybe you came up with some more. What other functions did you come up with that are not here? Just double check that they are functions. Remember our definition of a function being that there can't be more than one output for a single input, has to pass the vertical line test. But there are lots and lots and lots of different functions that you might have come up with here.